Wagwan people. Alright, so I compressed these two videos into 2 days because yesterday I went to the library for several hours and then just started to rain, see? So what I'm doing is I'm working on a project, a book idea, I'm outlining some stuff, and I'm utilizing my environment to really get the vibes going. You see, I think life leads you to certain places for a reason. And what I'm getting right now, as I've said in the last couple of videos, is that this really reminds me of Washington, D.C., even though I'm in Atlanta, in a completely different place, right? It just gives me this feeling of when I was in university and I was kind of like on this comeback trail academically. Let me tell you a little bit about that. Wagwan people. Alright, so let's talk about this situation I was in university. Alright, so heading to the library, as I said. I would walk there, but I don't want to muddy up my shoes because I have a white bottom. Alright, so when I was at Howard, I almost dropped out of school. A lot of people don't know that. That is because I actually took a 1-year sabbatical from Howard. See? And when you take a sabbatical or you withdraw for a year, on your transcript, all your classes turn to W's. Right? So I think I had like 6 classes that semester. In the middle of the semester, I wasn't feeling so hot mentally, and I said, you know what? I need to take a break. So I withdrew for a year. So all those classes turned to W's. When I came back to school a year later, and I started, thinking about where I was trying to go, whether I was going to go to like business school or, switch the school of communications to the film or whatever, right? At the end of that first semester, when I was just taking some classes, what happened was that all of those W's turned into F's. Like all the W's turned into F's, which means my GPA went boop. And 1, these were classes I did not take. 2, everything I was doing now was based on this GPA I had, which was like 0.5 something. It was like crazy. And it took me almost 2 years to try and fix the problem. It took me a year, so I had to be out of school for a year trying to sort it out, and then almost another year trying to fix it, right? And I had to make a decision at that point. Was I then went to drop out of school because the administration wasn't helping me, or I have to do so well that I will finish school. So I ended up doing the latter, right? Which is why I'm going to the library right now. Alright, had to come out to the rain, so let me finish the story. Alright, so what ended up happening was I'd left school for a year, I'd withdrawn from all my classes, so when I came back, my GPA was normal, and a year later, for some reason, all those W's turned to F's, right? Which made my GPA completely plummet. And it took me almost 2 years to try and sort out the situation. At which time, I was spiraling, I was losing faith in Howard University where I went. The administration was not trying to help me. And I had to make a decision. It's either I'm going to leave Howard, drop out completely, or I'm going to have to try and decide to just make the best of it and finish school. And I ended up deciding on the latter. So when I looked at my curriculum, when I looked at all the classes I'd taken up to that point, everything I'd done fit exactly into the film school curriculum. And when I thought about it, I said, well, I like film, I like writing, and I think I can do this. So when I went to Miss Bernadette, who was the kind of like the advisor at the time in School of C, Miss Bernadette said to me, well, your GPA is too low, but if you have a really good semester, like if you can raise up your GPA, you can come back. So that semester, I had to go deep into my brain, right? And I had to say to myself, all right, how badly do you want this? And I'd never seen myself as an A student. I'd never seen myself as a good student. But I remember when I was in high school, in Jamaica we have 3rd form. I think in America it's like 10th grade or 11th grade, right? We used to have these quizzes. And I remember there was a kid in my class, Marshall Morrison, my brethren, and if you get 90 or over on a test or a quiz, you get a gold star. And he always wanted his gold star, right? And he would just get so excited and he'd be so driven by that gold star and he'd get a 90. And I said to myself, I need that gold star mentality. I need to treat everything like how he treated it. If it's a 10-point quiz, if it's a test, if it's an assignment, I have to treat it like I want my gold star every single time. And for the next 2.5 years, uh, when I was finishing university, I only got two B's, and those two B's could have been A's. So basically, every semester, with the exception of one, I had a 4.0 GPA, which is all A's, right? And during that time, it's places like this I was always in as part of my routine, you know? I'd go to the library every single day or every other day, and I would do certain revisions and strategies and techniques to be like way ahead of the game. So as I'm working on my little project right now, this reminds me of that time. You understand? Where I used to just pick up my bag, walk the 2 blocks, which is about the same distance here, and go to the library. All right. Come on, people. All right, so I'm gonna go eat something out, right? So as you saw, the last 2 days, well, I don't know how consistent all the videos are, but the last 2 days, everything has been closed. You see me? So like on Monday and Tuesday, a lot of stuff is closed in the town. So, but there's this wings place, some wicked wings that I got last week Sunday or Saturday when I came, and I opened today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to eat a big meal and go to the wings place, and then come back and work on this project. So to tell you a little bit about the project, or my process, let me tell you about the process, right? So when it comes to writing, right? Because I have two things I focus on with my writing, right? You have the convenience of writing and building your craft, which takes time. So you have writers that, if you take a year to write a book, you can write a really solid book. If you take 3 to 6 months to write a book with a lot of effort, you can write a really solid book, right? Me, what I realize is that my writing isn't relative to the amount of time it takes me, you know? I can write a really, really solid book really fast because I know my voice and I know my writing style. So, for me, I don't like to take too long to write a book. The reason being is that when you really get into writing a book and you get deep into that world and the characters and this and that, it can be very mentally draining. And I've had the experience of writing 3 books in a year, 2 books in 90 days, and that's the way my brain works. It's better for me if I write faster. With that said, the way I prepare for writing a book generally is you do a lot of reading in that genre before. So I usually try and do a lot of reading before I do any writing. But this time I'm actually just, where am I going? I'm going grab and go. I think it's up here. I think I'm going up here. Yeah, I think I'm going this way. Alright, so I generally do a lot of reading before I do my writing, but now that I consider myself pretty experienced at my writing style, see? So what I do is sometimes I do very, very light reading. I just get like a sense of the tone of what people write. What's up, boss? There's a little camera here. Yeah. Yeah, I get a sense of the tone of what's going on, and then I can just adapt it. So instead of reading like a whole book, I can read like a few chapters of a novel and be like, oh, I like that approach, and then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is where I'm going. Grab and go. This is where we have the wings. Yeah, man, so at the wings place now, you see me? So these are grab and go wings. They're very, very famous, very, very tasty. I got the mango habanero and something else. So let me try one of them right now. I think this is mango habanero. thing with them wings there is the blue cheese dressing, you see me? Real American vibes.
Say, alright?
Yeah, man, as we're saying, Jamaica, turn up.
Yeah, you from Jamaica?
Yeah, man.
You live here?
No, just visiting.
Oh, okay.
But like, you know how people say, like, turn up,
Yeah.
like, party turn up?
Party say yeah.
So when we say something tastes good, it turn up.
Turn up.
So we say the wings turn up.
Turn up. You say that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good vibes at the wing shop, you see me? But yo, I start order water. Cause one of them says sweet juice. It's like drinking pure sugar though. I want to keep my brain clear as I'm working on my thing. Alright, so I'll go drink some water at the yard, which is like 2 blocks from here, and then back to the library. Yo, check it. You hear about like pollen? Watch this. That's pollen right there. Blows off the trees around there. See me? Anyways, library flex done. And now back into the ends. Welcome, people. Alright, right now I'm walking through a liquor section of the town here in Warrenton. I'm gonna just see a big dog walking on the street by itself. I keep forgetting that these areas can be dangerous because an animal can just appear, you know what I mean? And then there's nowhere to run, there's no gate. No, like in Jamaica, most houses have a wall around it. A lot of these houses don't have walls or gates. Anyways, the mission is to go to Piggly Wiggly, Zine. So I thought I would just cut down on this road and go this way that me and my brethren would drive up here. Nataki would drive up here from Dean's Kitchen. So I thought I'd save myself some time. But yo, no, I'm paranoid. Looking around for these big dogs, but that's the only dog I saw still, you know what I mean? Alright, so I'm going that way and left, and then hopefully Piggly Wiggly. Yo, look at these trees, man. Like, when I'm in Jamaica, I don't really see trees like this, you know? They have this like a different kind of majesty, you know, like these green and black and they're big. Make me feel like kind of Lord of the Rings or something. I think I'm going the wrong way, but I'll keep walking. And here we are, Piggly Wiggly. Whoops! Yeah, man, we're in a Piggly Wiggly now. The mission was some water, see me? But them have everything in here. Them have snacks, everything. I thought this was like a meat place. So I can come here and get like some little snack them, you know? I've been on this chips ahoy thing since I've been here. Fig Newton. So I'm gonna try to grab 2. Yo, walk on people. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to them real serious right now, right? Because when it comes to danger, I find that if you're lucky, the universe gives you signals to protect yourself. Now, remember when I was in Yermo, California, about 5-6 days ago, I dodged a dog attack. Now, I made it look funny in the video, but 2 dogs literally tried to maul me and I escaped, right? And today, I wanted to walk to this place called Piggly Wiggly, which is a store nearby that sells like water and drinks and food and whatever, right? And when I was walking to Piggly Wiggly, you see it in this video. When I was going to Piggly Wiggly, I cut through this like residential street because it's faster. You bisect and you go to Piggly Wiggly. And up the road when I was going down, I saw this big dog on the road with him collar. Way up the road, you know. But I said, watch this dog. You know what I'm saying? Just roaming around with a big Alsatian looking dog. Like a dangerous sized dog, right? And I said, yo. But it was like 500 meters away or 300. It was a good distance away.
And I just kept walking and looking back to make sure it not following me. That was my signal. Because in my mind I said to myself, I'm not come back that way, yeah, because I don't know if there are any other dogs around. Because remember in America, a lot of these houses is just lawn them have. They don't have no gate or no fence. Almost every house in Jamaica is fenced. So when a dog is inside, they're locked inside. Remember that. So I went to Piggly Wiggly, got what I wanted, and I stopped by Dean's Kitchen, which is a Jamaica place. After I stopped by Dean's Kitchen and I come back outside, I can walk down on the main road and go around where the gas station is, or I can cut through the neighborhood. So I said to myself, oh, the sun dropping, it getting chilly, let me cut through the neighborhood. Can I tell you, within walking like 50 feet from Dean's Kitchen, I'm on the phone with my sister and I hear a low growl, and in front of me are two big thick pit bulls, you know, a black one and a gray one with the collars on. And in my mind I'm like, oh shoot, because it's one thing with another dog, but you know, pit bull is one of the most dangerous dogs out there, and when they jump on you, much less two of them, that's it. So luckily for me, right beside the road was like a ditch with some water in it. So I just turn and jump over the ditch into this open piece of land and start walking away, and turn around and look at the dogs. And luckily they didn't chase me, because these are two big pit bull dogs. And I said to myself, the universe warned me. The universe showed me the big dog some distance away. And I said to myself, don't go back through this area. And I ignored the warning, and I almost get jumped by two pit bulls. So we're just following the guidance here. I'm just lucky them dogs there never maul me or kill me or worse, you get me? And it's so funny when it happens, because you're just walking casually along, not expecting anything to happen. But because I had an awareness of it. So that's why I say it's a good thing I saw that first dog. Because if I hadn't seen the first dog, I wouldn't have that awareness around it. I would have just walked down that road and the dog then would have jumped me and bite me up and probably kill me, right? So you just have to be careful. And you have to watch for the signals that the universe is sending you. So I'm taking that very seriously. You know, because the first time the dogs tried to attack me in Yermo, I actually didn't feel afraid, even though it was a dangerous situation. But this time, my hands and my whole body was shaking after I jumped over the ditch, because I didn't even hear them approach me. I just looked and saw them like 3 feet away from me, and then just instant kick in and jump over the ditch. I didn't even hear them coming, so them could have just jump on me and start, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful and watch the signals, you see me? But other than that, it's been a good day, and it's been an interesting trip so far, you know. Other than all this dog business, I'm on a move, you get me? But I just had to add that in this video somewhere, because it's really serious, you get me? It's recording here. It's a real serious thing, because I see why so many people get attacked by dogs in America. Because you're not going to see them coming from nowhere. Like, nobody have no gate or no fence. And a lot of people have very big dogs. As you see where I'm staying, the lady has an 80-pound dog. So people have their big dogs, and if they run outside or run out the door, there's nothing stopping them, you know what I mean? But anyways, we're there, isn't it? Another day in a Warrington. Bless up.